If you want to know why workout splits exist, along with some of the pros and cons of the more popular ones out there, keep watching this video. What's up, guys? Welcome back to part 5 of how to start your fitness journey. If this is the first video you're watching, I would highly recommend going back and watching some of the earlier videos in this series. Up to this point, we've covered mindset and goal setting. I've also provided a very simple workout that you can do with literally no equipment. From there, we covered the fundamental movement patterns. And finally, I went over progressive overload to ensure that you're making progress in the gym to see the results that you want to see. Now, that prison style workout is a great workout to do when you don't have any equipment, or maybe you're just stuck at home. But as you begin to take your training more seriously, you're going to need a plan to approach your training. And that's where workout splits come in. In this video, we'll cover what they are, why we use them, as well as some of the more popular training splits, along with the pros and cons of each one. Now, question number 1. Why do we even have workout splits in the first place? We have workout splits for 2 reasons. The first one being more physiologically focused. In this context, we have workout splits to train our muscles with enough frequency to get stronger or bigger while also giving us enough time to rest and recover between workout sessions. But we also use workout splits for a more practical reason. That reason primarily being time or our schedules. If you only have the freedom to train once a week, only training your shoulders or your legs probably doesn't make a ton of sense because you're ignoring a lot of other muscle groups in your body. Similarly, if you're working out 6 times a week, doing full body workouts every single workout isn't going to make much sense because you're not giving your body enough time to recover. So to help us find a balance between making progress in the gym as well as giving us the flexibility with our schedules, we have workout splits. So it kind of makes sense to think about workout splits as essentially training templates because there are a lot of people before us with the exact same problems that we have who have already solved these problems for us. The first workout split is also the easiest one, and that is the full body split. Kind of weird because you're not really splitting your body up into different groups, but you get it. What are the pros of the full body split? One of the big benefits of the full body split is that it scales really well whether you're training once a week or even 4 or 5 times a week. If you only have the freedom to train once a week, it makes sense to train your entire body. So the full body split is a great type of workout split for that type of schedule. But it can also work even if you're training 4, 5, or even 6 times a week, but you might have to make some modifications to ensure that you're not overworking any specific muscle group too hard on consecutive days. The full body split is also a great workout split for very new beginners in the gym. Because they're so new, they can handle the volume and the frequency of doing full body workouts regularly throughout the week. And because they're so new, it's also great for getting them in the gym more often and training their entire body to familiarize themselves with the different movements they'll be doing and basically just practice. Now, some of the downsides. Depending on the type of person you are, it can be easy to overtrain if you're training too hard and training too often. This can get in the way of making progress because your body doesn't have enough time to rest and recover, and it can also increase the likelihood of injuring yourself in the gym. Another downside is that because you're going to be working your entire body, it is going to take some more time to warm up. There are more exercises to do across your entire body, so because of that, it's going to take you a little bit longer to warm up every single muscle group that's going to be worked. And finally, the full body split can lead to some confusion as far as what do you train on what days. Because you're so limited on time, maybe during your first workout, you train upper body pushing movements and legs, and your second workout, you train upper body pulling movements and legs, but then your third and last workout of the week, you're not exactly sure what to do. That's a very real problem you could run into doing something like a full body split, and we'll get into how to solve that problem a little later in this video. The next workout split is what is known as the upper-lower split. Once again, a huge pro here is that it is logically very simple, just like the full body split, and because of the way the workout split is structured, upper and lower on separate days, there's no conflict between muscle groups. Another benefit here is that it scales really well. Whether you're working out twice a week, up to 6 times a week, it gives you a nice even number for you to split up and lower across all of your training days. Now, one downside here is that not all muscle groups are going to recover at the exact same rate, both between upper and lower muscle groups and within upper and lower muscle groups. So maybe you train one day upper, the next day lower, you take a day off, you do upper again, but once that lower day comes around, your legs are still tired. They're not fully recovered. That's an issue you might run into. Similarly, maybe you train upper and you do biceps as well as some back exercises. Your next upper day comes around, your biceps feel totally fine, they're ready to go, but your back just isn't quite recovered yet. Another downside here, if you're only training twice a week, meaning one upper day and one lower day, is that doing all of your upper body workouts in one workout might be a lot. The next workout split, and this is the one that I'm currently running, is push-pull legs, sometimes abbreviated to PPL. One of the big benefits here is that your training sessions, similar to upper and lower, have little to no overlap. And because of this, you can train your upper body hard in 2 separate sessions. One day of upper body pushing and another day of upper body pulling. And because your workouts are split into 3 different training days, this also gives you a lot of time for rest and recovery. So if you were training push, pull, legs, rest, push, that gives you 3 days of rest and recovery before your next pushing days. Now, similar to the upper lower split, not all of your muscle groups are going to heal at the exact same rate. So maybe from one push day to the next push day, you feel totally recovered, but your legs aren't quite there. Another issue with push-pull legs, because your training is separated onto 3 different training days, this one's a little bit harder to scale. You're basically either stuck training 3 times a week or 6 times a week. There's really no in between. And because of that, training a muscle group either once or twice a week might be too little for certain muscle groups. So the workout split that's going to be best for you is going to be highly dependent upon your goals and your schedule. How many days a week do you have to train? But once you get that figured out and once you choose a training split, remember to treat it as a template. The training split is not law. Feel free to experiment. Say you have 4 days a week to train and you decide on a full body split, but you find that on that 4th day, the volume and the frequency just catches up to you. Well, just because you're training full body 4 times a week doesn't mean you actually have to train the full body all 4 days of the week. Maybe 3 days a week you hit full body workouts pretty hard, but on that 4th day, you just treat it as an active recovery day and do some more skill work like working on handstands. That's totally fine. Take these workout splits, use them as a guide, and adapt them as needed. To use myself as an example here, I'm running push-pull legs, but my push and pull days are a little bit different the second time around. Earlier in the week, they tend to be more strength-focused push and pull days, but then later in the week, I tend to treat them more like skill-focused push and pull days. So I took the push-pull legs template, modified it a little bit to me and my goals and how I want to train. I'll see how it works for the next month or 2 and adjust from there. Before that, I was running a more traditional push-pull leg split. Heavy training, 6 days a week. But now I want to focus on some skills, so I tweaked it a little bit. Just to be clear, there is no best workout split. Push-pull legs or upper-lower isn't guaranteed to make you more likely to get a straddle planche than a full body workout. At the end of the day, it's going to come down to how focused you are with your training, how hard you're training, and how consistent you are with your practice. Well, I hope you guys found this video helpful, and I hope I was able to clarify a few questions you guys have around workout splits, because I know they can be a little confusing the first time you see them. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking this video and also even subscribing to the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.